They say Earth is a dead world, scorched in the first Exodus, abandoned when the last ark tore the sky in two and fled for the stars. The radiation storms, the tectonic upheavals, the poison clouds. Yeah, that part's true. But dead? No. Earth is alive. And worse, it's watching. The refugees never talk about what they left behind. Not really. They whisper around fires in the outer colonies, mutter prayers and seal bunkers on moons with names like Ganymede and Janus. But no one ever says it, because to name it is to summon it. And nothing that leaves Earth ever truly gets away. It was called Operation Iron Gate. A stealth recon drops onto Earth's surface to investigate a signal, an encrypted human military frequency, cycling endlessly for over 70 years. A dead world calling out in code. They picked 6 of us. Ex-Special Forces, gene-hardened, exo-armored, zero compassion clearance. I was one of them. Didn't know then that I'd be the only one to come back. We hit the atmosphere like thunder, drop pods slamming to the crimson sky, clouds parting like torn muscles. My boots hit soil that felt wrong. Too soft, too warm. Like flesh. The ruins of old Detroit sprawl beneath us, choked in black vine and rusted bone metal. Metal that hadn't existed in any Terran alloy catalog. No fauna, no wind. Just the sound of our heartbeats, loud and panic in the calms. The signal was coming from deep beneath the city. A bunker, government grade, 10 stories down, buried in reinforced strata. We broke through collapsed concrete, cut through sealed blast doors that hadn't opened in a century. The air was thick, wet, the walls pulsing, like lungs holding their breath. Then we found the room. It was pristine, impossibly so. White tile floors. Fluorescent lights are still humming above. 6 chairs around a central console, all facing a single monitor. On it, a single line of text, burning green in the black. You should not have come back. Steele, our tech lead, laughed. Nervous, too loud. Then his visor cracked from the inside, like something behind his face was trying to claw its way out. He screamed once, a high, childlike wail, then dropped. No blood, just dust. We stood over the pile that had been a man. And still, the monitor flashed. We remember. The comms died next. Static first, then voices. Familiar. My mother's voice, who died in the Martian floods. Then my daughter's, singing the lullaby I used to hum when the radiation siren screamed. Rodriguez tore off his helmet and opened fire on the walls. They bled, not metaphorically. Red, living blood. He didn't stop until something pulled him backward into a hallway that wasn't there a moment ago. The door slammed shut behind him. We never saw him again. 3 left. Me, Juno, and Harvick. Juno started muttering to herself, saying she saw lights in the corner of her eyes, that the walls were watching. She said Earth was awake, and that it hated us for leaving, that we were traitors. She jammed a blade into her own leg just to prove it wasn't a dream. The leg screamed. Not her, her leg. We ran up through corridors that twisted the wrong way, where gravity buckled and memories bled into the air like fog. Harvick screamed that something was wearing his skin from the inside, that it remembered his sins, the war crimes we buried, the innocence we executed under orders. Earth remembered. He tried to shoot me. Missed. I didn't. I climbed out of the bunker alone. The sky wasn't red anymore. It was black. Stars swallowed. No sun. Just an eye. Enormous. Filling the heavens. A pupil the size of a continent. Staring down. Watching. The signal still played in my head. Not over comms now. Inside. Over and over. You should not have left. That's when I realized. The signal wasn't trapped. It was a warning. Earth isn't just alive. It isn't just awareness. It's vengeful. It was left behind. Scarred. Abandoned by the species that gave it birth. That mined its marrow and burned its skin and fled when the cost came due. But Earth doesn't forget. and it doesn't forgive. I made it back to the extraction point by following the blood trail left by something pretending to be me. The evac shuttle scanned my DNA. It hesitated, just a moment, but I was quick. I forced the override, triggered the launch. The Earth grew smaller behind me, but not distant, never distant. I felt it, still in me. They scanned me when I returned to Titan Base, cleared me, debriefed me. I told them what I saw, what I felt. They laughed, called it atmospheric trauma, hallucinations, radiation poisoning. I nodded, smiled, took the meds, played along. But I know what Earth is now, and I know why no one gets away. 2 days after I got back, the crew of the Artemis Dawn started screaming through the walls. They returned from a recon sweep to the outer rings. Never even touched Earth, but they'd passed too close. The dark side of the moon, where we buried the first failed Arkansas, where it still whispers. There's no quarantine strong enough, no skin precise enough. Earth reaches, through blood, through memory, through guilt. It infects what left it, and it always brings it home. That's the real reason they won't let us go past the Kuiper Belt. Not because of resources, not because of treaties, but because Earth is still out there, watching, waiting, pulling. They tell us we're exploring the stars, colonizing, expanding, but we're not. We're running, and Earth is coming. I've started hearing the signal again. Even here, buried in the ice caves of Europa. No comms, no tech, just me, a knife, and the sound of my own breath. And now another breath, not mine. No one escapes Earth. We make sure of that.